Hello everyone and welcome back to an episode of HwaitingRadio. This is episode 37 and it's been a while since episode 36 because 1, I was working and 2, I was preparing for Kcon. So today we are going to talk all about Kcon, New York, LA, and Paris. And I have about 8 guests with me. So let's go ahead and introduce them. So guest number 1, please introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Young Haseyo. Y'all know my name. You see me everywhere. I am CD from the lovely YouTube channel AK3R, the pride of the East Side, East Coast swag. Please subscribe, follow AK3R, and love me oh so very dearly. Yes.
Thank you, CD, and thank you for always joining my show. And guest number 2.
Hi everyone, my name is Irma and I'm a team member at Japaco Music and I write reviews on Korean music, dramas, and all things related. And this is like my, I think third time? It's been a while since I've been on here, so thanks for having me back, Amber.
Thank you for coming back. You're always welcome, as always. And guest number 3, you were here as well, I think one time?
Yeah, I've been here once with Tala together. So hi, my name is Raquel, and I'm from the YouTube channel Born to Slay. And yeah, we basically do reaction videos to K-pop music videos. And usually we're like 2 people, Tala and I, but today I'm all alone.
But you have us.
Yes.
Yes, and again, if you don't know, everything will be in the description box below. They're links, so go subscribe to them and go support them. And guest number 4.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite Ajima, Young Ajima, from the YouTube, Young Ajima. You can also see me all over social media. And I'm just here trying to get my life together because Vix. But we're not going to talk about it because I haven't seen the MV. So hey, follow me, subscribe to my channel, and thank you for having me, Amber.
Yay, thank you for always joining. And yes, Vix is like everything right now, but we'll hold back on that for a little bit. And guest number 5.
Hey guys, it's been a while since I've been here on Amber's radio show. This is Jay from the channel Simply J Baby. I do a lot of K-pop music video reactions and a lot of other content, but it's nice to be here again. And go ahead and follow me and subscribe and do all that good stuff. Yeah.
No, don't subscribe to her. Okay, next. Just kidding, I love you. All right, guest number 6.
Hey, what's good, you guys? It's Varun from It's Varun Gupta. Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at It's Varun G. I'm a K-pop reactor / comedy guy, I guess. I do comedy skits, but then not that many, but mostly reactions. I guess that's what most people know me as. But yeah, I'm excited for the live stream. I mean, the radio show.
Yes. And if you guys do remember, he was on my end of the year episode. If you guys want to check that out, go over there. It's in the description box below. And guest number 7.
안녕하세요, 저는 ken지입니다. I am Kenzie, and I'm from California, and let's see what else. Any handle I have, I always have the same username. It's XXKenzieX. It'll be in the description. But very soon, my sister and I, my wonderful Donsain, is going to be making YouTube channels soon. So we're still trying to figure out what we're going to do, but very soon we'll have it. But yeah. Thanks for having me, Amber.
How exciting. Yay.
Yeah.
Just let me know and I'll put it in the description box below.
All right, we'll do.
And finally, guest number 8, who has never been here before.
Nope.
Welcome.
Yep, this is my very first time. I'm really excited. My name is Haley, and I'm also a curator on Kpop Amino, which means I help run the app. And I will give you the latest Taeyeon news and appreciation. And so I'm really happy to be here. Thank you, Amber.
Yay. Okay, we have everyone. Yay.
Yay.
All right, that only took 5 minutes. It's okay. All right, so the topic today is all about Kcon, and LA just ended almost 2 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks ago?
About 2.
Yeah. It feels like yesterday.
I know.
It does.
Oh, I know. What is that called? Post-concert
Depression.
Yeah. I'm feeling it. Who else?
Right here, right here.
Well, we can talk about it today, so hopefully that will help us with our little, depression.
Bring me closure.
You know.
Yeah.
All right, so guess number 1. Okay, which Kcon did you go to?
Kcon, New York.
All right, guess number 2.
I went to Kcon LA.
Guess number 3.
Kcon Paris.
Guess number 4.
I was at Kcon New York and Kcon LA.
Guess number 5.
I went to Kcon LA.
Guess number 6.
I went to Kcon Paris.
Number 7.
Los Angeles.
And 8.
Went to Kcon LA.
Yeah. All right. So the first question that I'm going to ask you guys is, how did you guys like the convention part of Kcon? So guess number 1.
The convention part, even though I didn't go to 2014's Kcon, I could definitely tell that it was much better. There was a lot more vendors, there was a lot more food trucks. People were everywhere. Thankfully, I checked in before the first day, so I was cool. I didn't have any I personally didn't have any problems. I spent most of my time at the Toyota tent because, they were playing my jams, and I was waiting for my jam to come on, and they played Catch Me If You Can, and I was like, get out of my way. So yeah, that was fun. Really fun. I forgot to eat. That was the problem. I told myself I need to go eat. I got like a couple churros. Churro baby.
And I also want to ask you guys, how was getting your tickets? Because I had some problems. So, CD, any problems with that?
I didn't have any problems buying my ticket. Just as soon as I refreshed it, I got it right away. I just refreshed the page and got my ticket right away. Bought the first one I saw. I liked the second one I saw. Got it. Carried on. Got in the checkout line. Got my only issue. Okay, I did have one issue when I got the scratch off. I got 2 17 audience passes, but thank the Lord for trading. I had a young girl gave me her Ailey High Touch in exchange for one of my 17 passes, and I was content. Very content.
Wow, that's a good trade.
And one girl offered me a couple $100 for one of the passes. I was like, no, I love money, but keep your money.
We'll actually talk about that because there's some bad things going on about that. All right, so guess number 2.
Well, for the ticket situation, I kind of did have trouble with that because I think the first time they did it for Kcon LA, like, maybe there was a lot of, like, anticipation about it, so a lot of people, like, bought tickets and, like, they sold out so quick, so I wasn't able to get the ticket I wanted and also, like, get one that day. So I had to wait a while until they released more tickets. And for the convention, I would have to agree with CD. It was a lot bigger this year, so there was like a lot going on, so I couldn't keep up. Like, I only went for Saturday and it took like forever to get in, so I couldn't do all the things I wanted. But yeah, I think my favorite would probably have to be the dance workshop. Even though I didn't dance, I was just there, like, watching everyone have fun, so I like that a lot.
Nice. And guess number 3.
Well, I didn't get to go to the convention because we arrived there pretty late because of some trouble with the bus. So sadly, I did not get to experience that. But to the tickets, it was like such a big issue to get those because, well, I had, like, personally, I changed my working schedule to wake up early and get those tickets. And we had like 4 different websites to buy the tickets, but they all kept crashing down, and I was like sitting there for 3 hours or something like that to finally get 3 tickets. And yeah, it was like a huge deal.
So it was also a struggle for Paris. So
yeah.
Come on, Kcon, get your ticket system right. Guess number 4.
My situation was a little bit different because I was actually working the event, so I did not have to buy the tickets. But I will say that the lines this year were maybe about 10 times worse than they were last year. So I don't know what they did differently, but they need to go back to how they ran Kcon LA for 2015, because the lines this year were like I was hearing people standing in line for like 4 and 5 hours just to check in.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. Even though LA is inside, no one wants to stand around that long. And a lot of people ended up missing like the panels that I was on because they were standing in line. So hopefully they get that fixed for next year.
Yeah, you just described my whole experience on the first day. It sucked. Anyway, so and for those who are confused, we're talking about Kcon LA, okay? And guess number 5.
So I want to say the convention for Kcon LA. I really liked all of like the booths that were there. I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed all of the makeup stuff. It was a lot bigger compared to last year. Though I kind of did not like how all the booths were kind of smushed together, whereas in 2015 you had a lot of walking space. But overall, it wasn't too bad. I really liked it. In terms of getting tickets, it was still a hassle buying the tickets, though me and my friends got fortunate that we were able to get them the first day they were sold. And talking about picking up like vouchers and everything, so I had P3 tickets, and they come with vouchers too, but the day of on check-in, pre-registration, all of that, they actually didn't have any vouchers that were guaranteed. Everybody got sorries in our line, and we're just like, but they're guaranteed. And so we kind of had to go through a process of where we had to get in some other line, and it was literally a lady holding a paper bag with these vouchers that aren't stapled together, and they're like, you have to show me your sorry ticket in order for you to get your guaranteed. And it was just really lame, and the lines were ridiculous. You couldn't even figure out which line was which, because I was fortunate enough to get there early enough to stay inside to wait. But I mean, regardless, I had some friends who were there like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and they didn't get their tickets till 7 o'clock at night, which is ridiculous. And I really, like Sarah said, I really liked how the lines were for Kcon 2015. I feel like it was such a smoother process, and I think it was just more space to line up and do things. So yeah.
Yeah, the lines were just super crazy, and I think it's because of the lack of organization or something, or maybe there's more people. I know there's more people, but you know. Guess number 6.
For me, buying tickets was a huge hassle actually, because everything was completely manic for Kcon Paris, to be honest, like, because the tickets went on sale and I woke up like 5 minutes before the tickets went on sale, so I was rushing my ass. I was just like, oh my god, I need to get this. Luckily, there was like the second link which someone released, and they were like, if you go on this link, then you'll buy your tickets instantly, so I went on that, managed to get my tickets sorted, managed to get Kpop Steve to buy his tickets. And then we reached the area, and we didn't actually anticipate how long the lines are going to be at the venue, but holy crap, we came like at 8 o'clock in the morning. The concert was going to start at 8 p.m. So we come at 8 thinking like, oh, we're probably pretty early. Turns out that there were people who were lining up the day before, and there were close to 1,000 people already pre-lined up. And it was absolutely manic because we were standing, so we had to stand in queue for 12 hours waiting for the damn concert to start. But it was worth it in the end. It was an incredible concert and no regrets. But actually, there wasn't much going on in the convention, to be honest. It was like, there were 2 lines. Either you could go to the convention or you could go to the concert, but you couldn't do both. And typically only people who bought like seating tickets, they went to the convention because they had the choice to. But the rest of us had to just stand in line for the entire day, which was very draining, honestly. But it was good because we managed to get really, really good like standing areas around the stage, which was dope. But yeah, it was good. It was a good concert.
Were you with Kpop Steve?
Yeah, I was with Kpop Steve. Why?
You were standing right behind me.
Oh.
What? No.
Yeah,
there.
so
Oh my-
that's line.
That's so crazy. Why do I feel like I don't remember you, but I might. I have no idea. It was like 2 months ago.
Like I saw
Oh.
clips of Steve filming, and I was like, wait, I know this guy. And now that you're telling me this, I was like, wait, I remember this. So,
Yeah, that was probably me. Yeah. That was a shame that I find you though. That's sad. But hey, it was a good concert though. And next time.
Next time, yeah.
Wow, a small world.
It is.
Small K-pop world. There we go. Well, while we're waiting for Kenzie, we'll go to guest number 8.
All right. So I only got 1 day convention pass, but I did go a second day, but I'll get to that later. The convention was actually one of the best conventions I've been to. And this was my very first Kcon, so I really enjoyed it. But I will say that on Friday I was gonna go, but what you told me, Amber, that you waited 4 hours in line, I was not gonna even try that day. And then the next day we went, but we got there at 7 in the morning and it didn't start until 10, so we got in there pretty quickly and got our bands pretty quickly. And then for the audience passes, I was lucky enough to get Monsta X, which I was really, really happy about.
Wow.
Of course, someone said that they would pay me money, but I'm like, it's not worth it, because I'd like to see them. But the convention was really nice, and I was really excited to be there, because the only type of convention I've been to was the very first San Jose Comic-Con, so it's definitely a lot different, but kind of the same at the same time. But one of the things that I loved seeing was just everybody having a great time, and also some famous YouTubers were there, which I was able to get some pictures with, which I was really happy about. One of the cool things was G-Friend appearing at the convention. Remember that, Amber?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So that was really cool. And then the concert after that was probably the most craziest concert I've ever been to. And I've been to Big Bang and EXO, but when it has multiple people, it's something else. And then for the second day I went, we actually snuck in. Please don't arrest me if the police is listening to this. But all we did was just go to the right and then go through the cafe that was at the top, and the staff members just didn't care because they just saw a wristband and just thought that we were just going that day. So even though I didn't go to the Monsta X audience pass because that was kind of late, Monsta X came through the convention and was there with everyone at the convention, which was even better. The lines were kind of terrible, especially the outside lines, but once again, being a rebel, we cut through. We're able to get right into the Staples Center. But it made everything a lot quicker, and it was really an amazing experience.
Yeah, and I got to meet you, so that was fun.
Yes, you did. Yeah. I wish we sat next to each other at the concert, because
I know.
You would have witnessed me crying when I saw Taeyeon.
I was like, I don't know this girl.
That's okay. I would have done the same.
Well, so like overall, we had a good time, but it was just like the little things, like the lines,
yeah,
and the tickets. But
oh yeah, those tickets. I forgot about that.
The struggle was real.
I was there for like an hour before in the waiting room, and still I didn't get the tickets I wanted. It was just the worst system ever.
Man, I do not envy you guys at all with that. I don't even know, I don't know what happened last year. It didn't seem so chaotic, because first of all, I've never heard of it being sold out, and I was at the concerts both nights, and there were a lot of people. But there were also some seats that were empty as well. So I don't, it's like, I don't know if maybe those people just didn't show up, if it was scalpers. And I'm talking about for Kcon LA. But it wasn't sold out from what I saw.
Yeah, because it was weird when I was trying to get P2 tickets, because I was lucky enough to at least get 4 tickets for P5. Mm-hmm. But it was weird because whenever it'd be sold out, there'd be like a red line across it. And I clicked on the ones that weren't like that, but it said, sorry, couldn't find what you're looking for, try again. I'm like, but it's not sold out. This doesn't make any sense.
That's really
Yeah.
weird.
And the fact that Kcon New York had a Ticketmaster, I thought that Kcon would put LA as that as well, which would have been a lot easier than AXS, was it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wish they just put it all in the same ticketing system instead of separating it.
Yeah, I can vouch for that. That a lot of from past concert experiences. I don't know about Western or Western music artists, but for K-pop concerts, even when I went to see EXO, this was a similar problem. The venue, they would go through Ticketmaster, and I usually never had a problem. I don't know, that just might be my internet or whatever. But a lot of people had similar problems in both East Coast and West Coast when it came to buying tickets. I don't know if it's just a regional website, but yeah.
All right, so the next question for Kcon, guest number 1. So, how did you like the concerts, and what artists were you looking forward to see the most?
Alright. So the way CD operates, he's very, very multi-fandom. So like I said, trading cards was very easy because I stand everyone. I'll just say I had a group of friends who honestly, they were only there to see really BTS, and they slept on everyone else. One friend went so far as to say, nobody wants to see Ailey. And I was like, you better be quiet before I
What?
fight you.
What?
Ooh, girl, no.
There's a big butt in there, and I'm not talking. No, I'm going to stop myself there. Let's just say after the concert, they were all woke. They worship Mama Moon now, and they're like, why did we ever say anything negative about Ailey? What's wrong with us? I'm like, yeah, fix your lives.
Hell yeah.
I think what surprised me the most the first night was when 17 did the remixes of all the older songs. Unfortunately, I was the only one who knew the fan chants to bang. I was screaming obnoxiously. Yes, I have no shame about that. Dynamic Duo was, oh my gosh, Dynamic Duo.
Yes.
I was surprised I was still standing up because honestly, at that point, I was like, I should be in a coffin somewhere. Second night. Okay. I love Day 6, but I'm not like, I love you, Day 6, marry me. When Day 6 started doing their tributes, they're like, we're gonna do a girl group song. I'm like, okay. They said we're gonna do a girl band song. I'm like, okay. Still not putting 2 and 2 together. And for those of you who know me, Wonder Girls is my ultimate bias group. So when they sang Nobody, I started obnoxiously screaming. Me and Cindy were, of course, screaming, and I lost my voice, and then I started crying.
Oh, CD.
So by the time BTS was there, everyone's like, oh my gosh, BTS. I'm like, no, they did Nobody. I'm done. Take me away. And then I left the convention crying my poor little eyes out. Don't judge me. You will never see CD cry. I refuse.
I'm so jealous that you got to see Day 6 live. Like, that's so next level. I've always wanted to see them live because they're so incredible and they're so underrated as a group. But I'm wavering. Back to you guys.
I almost got to touch young Ken, but he was too far. Jay noticed, so I'm satisfied.
Okay. I mean, you were in the same location as them. You were breathing the same air, and that's good enough for me. Like, oh my god, that's so good. I'm so happy for you.
Guest number 2.
Well, I only got to go one day, and I went to the concert on Saturday, and I was the most excited. Well, okay, yeah, the most excited to see Dean, which is really funny how it worked out because I kind of just wanted to see Dean because I was like, well, I've seen some of these other groups that are going already, and I just kind of want to see him, but I also want to see Block B. But then they switched it on me, which is cool, in a good way, because I wanted to see CN Blue too, but they pulled out, and they substituted them with Amber. So I was like, okay, this is cool. This lineup is great. So I was really looking forward to see them, and yeah, except I was kind of bummed out that they didn't bring Crush, and they brought him to New York, but not over here. But I'm still happy because I got to see Dean, which is kind of how do I say it? Because I know that the whole issue with what is it, Zion T, and then Crush, and then now Crush is with Dean's side label thing with Jig. So yeah, I was excited to see him. And then of course Shiny was there. So yeah, I really loved it.
Yeah. Shiny was like amazing, and it was so good to see them live finally.
Yeah. It's been a long time coming.
Shiny killed it. Shiny like has such an incredible stage presence, and that's something I never realized before. Obviously, we know that Shiny is incredible because they've been in the game for like forever. But like when you see them live, the way Key just runs on stage with the biggest smile on his face, it just makes you light up inside. I don't know, like Shiny just has such a next level stage presence in my eyes, and it was just such an eye opener for me. I was just like, yes, Shiny, get your alliance. It made me so freaking happy.
Guest number 4.
Yes. So for New York, I was really, really excited to see Crush and Dynamic Duo because I am a huge Korean hip hop and R&B fan. So I was there for them and Ailey. And by the way, when her sound went out and she kept singing, that just like, I've always been a fan of Ailey because she's from Jersey and I'm a Jersey girl myself. So I support her for that alone. But when she kept singing and like the majority of the crowd didn't realize that the audio malfunction was real and not part of her like performance, that just blew my mind. And like I said, I've been a fan of her already, but if I wasn't, that would have made me a fan, just like hands down, because she was amazing. And then for LA, I was just like sobbing over Dean, and I was really mad because as good as he was, they only let him sing like 2.5 songs. Like he did 2 songs, and then they brought him out with Zico for Pour Up, but it was just like half a song. So I was like, you know, what the hell is this? But I was still happy to at least be able to see him in such a large stadium, and that made me like cry because I was so proud of him. He's been on the scene for a long time, but it's like no one really knew who he was until this year, and like this year he's just blown up so quickly. It's amazing.
I'm so proud.
I know, right? I felt like a proud mom. Like, oh my gosh, look at my baby. He's freaking awesome. And Shiny, like, I really wanted to see Shiny live. But, and I don't know if this is, like, if I'm the only one that thought this, but I was kind of upset that they didn't do more of the older songs.
Yeah.
You know, like, I understand they're trying
with
to get their new stuff out, but it's like, I'm here for the older stuff. You know, like, you can do 1 or 2 new songs, but let me get some more old songs so I can sing along with it. So, but they did a great job. Both nights were amazing. But yeah, those were my favorites.
And you're lucky because you got both. You went to both, so LA and New York.
Yes. So if I had to choose, oh my gosh, I would say LA had. Like I liked more artists from New York, but LA's stage presence was much better, I think. So. That's just my opinion.
Lucky. All right. Guess number 5.
So, I mean, I liked everybody from the concert, but I was really excited to see Shiny and Dean and Monsta X and BTS, because this is the first time I'll see BTS live. I lost myself completely, of course. I lost myself completely to Dean, too. But one of the ones that I was really excited for was Turbo. And like, Turbo was amazing live. So was Davichi too. But I feel like in terms of how excited I got, besides for Dean and BTS, I was really excited when Turbo came out. And my section was kind of lame, as in like no one was standing or dancing or, you know, they're just literally sitting there. And I'm just like, it's a show, it's a concert, like have fun, you know? And literally no one in my section was like up and dancing. And I'm just like, you'd think that because Turbo came out, it's such an older group that, I mean, most of the people were an older generation of K-pop fans. Like, you'd think that they'd get up too and dance along. No, they didn't. And I'm just like, me and one of my other friends, we know about Turbo compared to my other 2 friends. And so me and her were like dancing, having fun. I was singing along to mostly every song. And we're just like, y'all are lame. Like, this is such a fun group to like dance to and just let loose and all of that. I mean, I loved everybody, but really memorable was Shiny, Turbo, all the groups that I mentioned before. In terms of crowd, I mean, I've told it to a few people. It was kind of lame how a fight broke out right in front of me and my friends. And I'm just like, chill, it's just a seat. It's just a concert. They can do whatever they want. They can enjoy however they want. No need to fight and literally get physical with people. But that was the downside, and I kind of missed out on enjoying Twice at that moment because it happened, and I'm just like, but it's cheer up.
Jay.
Yeah.
I think we should save that for maybe an after show.
Okay. I'll leave that there, but yeah. But
well, can I be part of the after show too? Because I sat behind the Flower Boys and I got some tea to spill.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I want to be on that.
You might change your mind once you hear what I got to say.
Yes. So yeah, but other than that, I really enjoyed the concert. Really fun. I want to go again next year.
You're going next year. You're for sure going.
Yes.
And I love how that we're all confessing, like, I'm very sorry that I lost my cool and I screamed really loud. It's funny.
You can't deny it.
I know. Just something happens to us, when we see our idols, Whatever.
No kidding.
It's okay. I guess number 6.
Yo, okay, so there were so many amazing artists in Kcon, and like CD has the exact same problem I do. I stan too many groups, so I was literally excited for everybody. I didn't know much about IOI previously, but as well, I didn't know about FT Island that much. To be honest, if there's full disclosure, I didn't really know much about FT Island, but I have so much respect for them because when FT Island came on stage, not many people were cheering, not many people were standing up or dancing or anything. I felt so bad for them because the lead singer was running around like crazy trying to hype up the entire audience, but literally everybody was just chill, and I felt bad for him. But his stage presence was next level. I think Block B were incredible just because Kcon broke down into dance. He came to the front of the stage, he just went ham at it, and he was right in front of me, so I was losing my mind because they were literally right there, and it was crazy. Then Shiny, of course, like I said, was amazing. BTS were incredible. When BTS Fire just started, I was screaming, and oh god, I was a mess. I was genuinely such a mess in that concert. But to be fair, I'm a mess in most concerts. I always come out with a sore throat, I can't breathe, I can't walk. Oh god. But FX, oh my god. When they came on stage, and then Crystal is if you guys don't know, Crystal is one of my favorite female idols in the entire world. She's so beautiful and she's so perfect and she's so shady. And previously before this concert, I think FX came once before into London just to perform a couple of songs for a summer festival, and it's just when everything went quiet, I just screamed, "I love you, Crystal!" And she heard me and she saw me, but then she shaded me and she didn't recognize me. She didn't give me any attention, right? So I was just oh yes, I got shaded by Crystal. That was a happy moment for me. Honestly, it made me genuinely so happy. I was yes, if you're shaded by Crystal, that means you made it. And then it happened, the same thing happened in Kcon Paris. So I was just Crystal, I love you, when they were coming on stage and she shaded me a second. I was fuck yes. Am I allowed to swear on this?
Yes. It's okay.
Just check. So I was holy shit, that was amazing. The second they came on, they were performing 4 Walls, I started screaming. I was losing my mind. I think some people caught it on vlog footage. I was just not okay. And then Luna performed Free Somebody, and that was next level.
Oh, I
just think
that.
FX,
Yeah.
right? It's just Luna live. Oh my god. I'm saying 1,000 times, but I just can't process my emotions. Because everything is coming back to me, it's slowly returning. I'm just she was so good. Her choreography was too on point. It was scarily good.
And her vocals were really good too.
Yes! They were all just so amazing. Right? Oh my god. I was so incredibly happy at that concert. They were just too good. Every single act knew what they were doing. And even IOI, even though I've never really heard much about them, I was still jamming to IOI. Pick Me Up is my new jam. Right? Yeah. IOI. They were a surprise. And then now What a Man is the new jam by IOI. If you guys haven't heard that song, definitely check it out. It is a tune and a half. But yeah, no, Kcon was lit. Kcon Paris was amazing artist-wise. But it was just a mess with planning prior. With the whole queues and everything, but once you reach the concert, you forget all of the mess that happened. It was chill, it was just so hype, and being so close to the stage gets you even more hype, and the amount of artist interaction and stuff that happened, it was amazing. It was a really good night.
And I think you summed it up really well because no matter what happens at like the convention, the lines, the tickets, the concert really makes it. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
guess
Forget
number-
all of the shit.
Oh, I know. Guess number 7.
Okay. So I was really, really excited to see Monsta X because that is my ultimate group. And this was like a whole new experience seeing them live and being like, oh my god, they're really there. I am literally staring at Wonho and he's just gorgeous and oh my god. My mom, my sister and I were all together. I took my mom for her birthday. And she was really excited to see CM Blue, but they sadly had to cancel. But she was excited for everyone else too. She was really excited for Block B, Shiny, and Monsta X as well. And it was so cute watching my mom fangirl over Turbo. It was so adorable because she like loves Kim Jungkook. But yeah, so I had like the greatest time just watching everyone, and I was also like because much as what everyone else said, like I stan like a lot of people. So I was actually also really impressed with IOI. But I was also actually like super impressed with Dean because like I'm familiar with Dean and I've heard a couple of his songs, but his stage presence was like, he was very chill, but also hype at the same time. So I was like, how are you doing that? And then this was also my second time this year seeing Shiny because I went to the Korean Music Festival in Los Angeles at the Hollywood Bowl and they played there. And going into Kcon, I'm like, I hope you do different songs than what you did at the Korean festival. And they did. And so I was like really excited when they did Everybody. Like I was fan chanting. My sister and I, she had her Shiny light stick and she was just like screaming, Taemin, I love you. But yeah. So it was a lot of fun and we were like super exhausted. And I'm like so incredibly proud of my mom with like keeping up with the whole day of convention and concert. And then we'd get back to the hotel and she's watching her K-dramas. I'm like, how are you not tired? Go to bed, woman. But yeah, so overall, it was just like, it was like, holy crap, I'm here. It was amazing. 10 for 10, would do again, you know?
Was this your first Kcon?
Yeah, first Kcon.
Ooh. Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad you had a good time. And
Yeah.
with your mom, that's cool.
Yeah, my mom was a real
Exactly.
trooper because like day one of the convention, we got there like an hour before like the convention started, but we were in that line for 5 hours.
Oh my god!
And she-
really?
Yeah, my mom is like 57. She's been in a motorcycle accident before, so she has like her knee was like super messed up and she has like bad arthritis. But she kept up and I'm just like, dang, woman, that's amazing. But yeah.
That's really good. And the fact that your like family are into K-pop as well, that's so lit. I wish my family had like an appreciation for K-pop.
My dad tolerates it. There's times where he's like, no, we're not listening to anything Korean today. And I'm like, no, please, Giselle, please. Tibo.
I think one of the best experiences I had, this is so odd, but there's situations where like I was walking like on the outskirts and someone would stop me and say, what is this? What's all this hubbub? Like there was a guy who his car had broken down and he was trying to, fix it. He was like, what's all this going on? And I explained to him what it was, and then we sat there for like a good 30 minutes talking about music in general. And I was like, wow, I don't even know this guy. And I'm in Jersey. Woo! New people. Yeah, socializing.
Guess number 8.
So I went to both days of the concert because I just didn't think one day would be enough. I was really, really looking forward to Turbo, Shiny, and Amber, and of course Dean. Dean was just so amazing and his vocals were so on point. And I haven't really been a fan of him for too long, but I already have the nickname for him as Sinful Man. There are reasons. Because of his music, it just brings this kind of sensuality to it, which I actually really like. And then Shiny was my very first boy group, so getting just the fact that I was able to see them live, and I was dying to hear Everybody live, and that made me basically scream, and I couldn't find my voice after that. And Amber was probably my favorite of the night because when she sang Borders, it made me and my friend cry because, well, mainly my friend because she's been through so much and that she sees Amber as like a role model for her. So it basically made me cry, and then after that we just kind of laughed about it, but just, it was her first time performing it, so it really got to us. And then I was the most impressed, the group that I was most impressed by that night was IOI because I never really gave them a glance or really cared, but how they were able to pump up the crowd and really just make everyone scream. Even I screamed, and I wasn't really a huge fan of them, but they really knew what they were doing even though they were rookies. And hearing, was it Pick Me or Pick Me Up? I believe?
Pick Me Up, yeah.
Yeah. That song was probably the most lit song of the whole night just because of the bass.
Yes.
Yeah. And
it's so catchy, just like pick me.
Exactly.
In Paris, even the security guard that was standing in front of me started dancing to the song, and I just had to laugh so hard.
Oh my gosh.
He was getting turned into a K-pop fan right there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Turbo was probably also one of the best because just getting to have one of the older groups coming to Kcon and performing really gave a nostalgic feeling because I grew up when I first started K-pop, which was almost 6 years ago now. I started with like older groups along with some newer groups as well, but Turbo was honestly amazing. I love how they arrived in the blue car and then they brought back like their really older songs. I think they did Again, right? The song Again. I believe
I'm not sure. I think so.
I think so because that's like one of my favorite songs by them, and I'm pretty sure. I can't remember though. But whenever Jungkook would come up on the screen, I would just be screaming at him and saying that you are a fine man, sir. I mean, you can't deny that because it's just too true. But the group that I was mainly looking forward to seeing was, of course, TTS because of Taeyeon. She's been my ultimate bias since 2011 when I first got started, and she's helped me through a lot of stuff during the years. So when I saw that they were announcing TTS performing at Kcon, I started bawling my eyes out, and I was like a little bitch. I was basically like a little baby because she's like everything to me. So the whole entire time they were performing, I was just basically crying, trying to see through my tears. But when they played Party at the end, that really shocked me because I was like, oh my god, are they going to bring out all of Girls' Generation if they're doing Party? Because I've never really seen that before, but sometimes whenever Tiffany sings in English, it kind of makes me cringe. So when they were doing Party and she says it's party time, I was cringing the whole time. Twice and Monsta X was probably one of the best that night as well, especially Monsta X. The fact that they started off day 2 was surprising because I thought they maybe started off with like Davichi or Twice. And speaking of Davichi, can we just talk about Hades' freaking long notes? Those like long high notes that she made gave me chills, especially the last song that they did. And then BTS was, I basically lost my shit, especially when J-Hope came on screen.
Oh wait, is J-Hope your bias?
Oh god, yeah.
Jay, wake up. Jay.
I heard.
Okay. That's your bias.
But probably the only negative thing that happened during both concerts were the girls behind us, because everything they would kind of like nitpick at. They would make negative comments. One time they said, wow, Jin is so ugly. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me?
No.
What's wrong with her?
I almost turned around and was like ready to tackle.
I'm sure they broke a couple
Wait.
mirrors in their day.
Haley.
Yeah.
Let's save that for the after show.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I will do that. I will then. I'll talk about them then after that.
Yeah.
Is the after show is the after show we can throw all the shade?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then. Let me keep quiet and save
I'm
all
all
that for
about it.
later.
I'm all about it.
It'll keep people watching.
This is the PG version.
Yeah, this is the daytime version, and then the after show is like the nighttime version.
It's like the SNL.
Yes, exactly. Oh no! Oh no!
Calm down on the other side.
I'm sorry.
Too excited.
This was the clean version, but if we're not,
Oh my.
Okay.
Who are you guys hoping to see next year? For me, who I want to see for next year is hopefully VIX. I'd love to see them live. And that's not just because they just released something. I think it's been... when's the last time they went to Kcon? That was a couple years ago, right?
The first Kcon.
Right. And I'd love to see Sistar again. I'd like to see Blackpink go. If they're huge. I'd like to see maybe even Lehigh. Any YG group, to be honest, I'd love to see. Also, kind of want to see Beast go if they're hoping that they still stay together. But for the most part, I'd love to see all those groups for next year. Can't really think of anybody else off the top of my head, but it'll come there eventually.
And I'm gonna go backwards. So guess number 6.
I'd like to see Day 6 winner, but if only winner has an actual freaking comeback, but that's never gonna happen because YG just kept him in the dungeon forever. Maybe 21, maybe CL. CL is actually a possibility because I mean she's doing her American debut and stuff, so she could actually come to KCON. Who else? EXO, if that could ever happen again, like that would be amazing. And yeah, that's roughly it. And Blackpink, because Blackpink are slaying everything right now. Yeah.
Guess number 7.
Cool. So I actually have seen like a lot of stuff already, which I'm really super impressed with. Seamus, not now. Don't bark. Not now. Sorry, my dog's laying in my bed with me. And so one of the groups I really want to see is VIX, definitely winner, Uptension, 17, literally just everyone that I haven't seen yet. But yeah.
Guess number 8.
Yeah.
Wow, there are way too many, but one of the ones that I would really love to see is Red Velvet. I have been dying to like just hear Dum Dum live. Hearing Dum Dum live would complete me. And then FX, because even though I just saw Amber, just seeing all of them together would be probably the highlight of my K-pop life. And then Mamamoo again, because they are my second favorite group. And then Girls' Day would be probably one of the best, I would say. Along with Oh My Girl and EXID and Newest.
Good choices.
Yeah.
I actually want to see Oh My Girl. I really want to see them.
I would love to hear Windy Day live.
I want to see Liar Liar. I like Liar.
That too. And then I love their outfits for that, like the roller skate heels that they have, or the wedges.
Yeah, I want a pair.
Same.
Guess number 1.
everyone keeps saying winner, but I don't know who that is. Like, who's winner people?
Can you stop shading winner?
You better watch that.
Gosh, don't start.
But of course, I mean, yeah, I gotta say Wonder Girls because those are my girls. I can't leave out Wonder Girls. But to be honest, I would like to see them mix it up a bit. And I would like if they had a Kcon where they like took a bunch of solo people, not like specifically solo artists. But let's say it was like instead of we had Taemin, we had Jungkook, we had Amber and Eric, we had Tiffany. Like all the solo artists that have debuted within the last few years. It'd be nice to see, not just against the other groups, but it'd be nice to see a Kcon festival where it's just like all the solo artists that are performing all their hits. Just forgot everybody's name. Hillsung from Secret. And yes, for the heck of it, I'll say Minho and Bobby. Okay, I'll say that.
That's the start.
Who else? My mind is going blank here. Who are solo artists? Yeah, anyone who doesn't have a group, basically. Oh yeah, Robbie. If Robbie had a solo album at that point, Robbie too.
It would be lit to see Hyuna though.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yes.
That choreography though. Damn. Like, have you guys seen the How's This like choreography video? Because
I've
the way
seen
she just shakes and jiggles is so cute. I just love her so. I'm sorry, Thurston. I'm sorry.
No, I would love to see Hannah, but I'm glad I saw a 4-minute the first year or the second year of Kcon, so that's cool.
Oh, you're so
cool.
lucky.
I know, yay!
See the
But,
OT
like-
song.
But it would be cool to have a troublemaker.
Oh yes.
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 That needs to
We're
come
gonna get
back
Nixon
soon.
again, so-
I'm already bald,
Yeah.
bald as it is. I would be scalped.
And guess number 2.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say bring Hyuna, of course, cause like she's amazing. Like I love her. Like I mean, I would love if 4-minute went too, but since that's not a possibility anymore, then at least bring Hyuna, cause I love her. And of course, Kcon, cause I really want to see them. Like their music is just so unique. It gets me hyped. And then Beast, because they're like my ultimate bias group and I have not seen them, so it would just make my life like complete. Like I would die happy if I could just see Beast like perform Fiction and make me cry, and then perform Beautiful Night and then get lit, and then just end with Ribbon and then be all emo all over again. So yeah. That's like my lineup.
Guess number 3.
Oh my gosh, there's so many people I want to see live. I mean, if we actually get another Kcon, I'd love to see Day 6 and Mamamoo, GOT7 of course, EXO. I mean, who doesn't want to see EXO live? Dean, Hyuna, Top Dog, VIX, like all these amazing groups. There are too many to count them all.
I know, there's too many.
Yeah, I guess these would be like the main groups and solo artists I would want to see live.
And lastly, guess number 4.
Yay, that's me. Really, I just want to see more like R&B solo artists and hip hop artists. Can you imagine like AOMG performing on a
Oh my
stage
gosh.
that level? I
Yes.
think that would be amazing. I might like crowd surf or something if that ever happens. So, but yeah, I would love to see Zion T and Crush again. I know that they are no longer label mates, but I know they still keep in contact, if not as often as they used to. But if we could have a stage, like legit, my dream would be a stage with Zion T, Crush, Dean, Jungkook. That would be like major Ajima tears would be heard around the world if that ever happened. So hopefully we'll have more hip hop and R&B for next year.
Yeah, I'm for that. More hip hop, K-hip hop. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go into guests, so whoever has any advice for any Kcon to Kcon, you can say it now.
I think just like better line organization. I think that's a huge thing, and where you buy your tickets from, I think that should be organized better. Especially if they're going to make Kcon Paris a proper thing now, or because Kcon Paris was very, very badly organized, in my opinion. But yeah.
Yeah, I would say the same for like Kcon in Europe in general. I don't know if they'll do another one in Paris or just somewhere else, but their organization has to be better. Like at the venue, nobody really knew what was going on, and people were freaking out even though nothing was happening. And I think they definitely need more security who also speak English and not only French or Korean, because there were a lot of international K-pop fans there who didn't speak any of those languages, and they couldn't understand what the security guys were saying. So I think that needs to change. And yeah, like the tickets and everything, like Varun said already.
Yeah, for KCON New York, of course, lines, because and I think it's gonna take time to research. When they go to a city, take them to research everything about that location, because there were certain rules that we found out about the Prudential Center that we could have gone into any of the doors when just for entering the concert, but nobody knew that. Just take time to research and be very, very clear, because like I said, there's a lot of stuff that we found out that we could have done that we didn't know we could have, if that makes sense. In terms of great, I think I applaud Kcon because they have a tendency to choose. They don't always choose like the big mainstream artists, even though I love myself some mainstream. They do a good job at choosing artists that they're not necessarily the most popular, but it gives them a lot of fans. Like I know at previous Kcons, like I know like I said, a lot of the friends I went with weren't feeling Mamamoo, Ailey, or B2B, but then after the concert, they're like trash for all of those groups now. So I applaud them for that. We got to see some real moments, just organization, and make sure that take
like organization and communication.
I have another thing for Kcon in Paris. I'm sorry if I cut anyone off. So the thing was that the tickets went on sale, and it said that you paid for the convention and the concert. And I mean, I'm not really mad that I didn't get to go to the convention because I had like really, really good seats. I was like front row, so I was very happy with that. But if you pay for a convention and the concert, that's what you're expecting to get. But when you arrived there, you had like those two separate lines, and you had to choose which one you wanted to go to. And I think that's not really a good thing to do if it's advertised as a ticket for both things. So either you sell different tickets, so you sell a ticket for the convention and another ticket for the concert itself, or you have to organize it better that also people who had like pit tickets would be able to go to the convention as well.
I agree. Because I feel like we missed out, even though like the convention was really small anyway, so I didn't feel like I missed out on much. But the fact that there was like a meet and greet that was happening with BTS, I think it was, like we missed out on that, and it was a real shame. That was really sad. And my friend got to go to both actually, and she was ahead of us in line, which kind of pissed me off. But at the same time, I was just like, it's chill. But I feel bad that we missed that out because they just didn't organize themselves better.
Yeah. But a good thing was, which they did, well, that was just crappy English, I'm sorry. A good thing they did was that when people cut in line, when we were standing in line to get to the concert, and people started cutting or just leaving line and trying to get back to their spot, the security people would just pull them out and be like, no, you can't just do that. People are waiting here and staying here for like 10 hours or more. You can't just walk away or like cut in line. So they made them stand in the very back. And I think that was a really good thing to do because you get pretty pissed off if you've been standing in line for like 10 hours or more and then people just cut you.
I agree. The amount of people who were cutting was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'd like to say, as a panelist standpoint, to maybe have the panel start a bit later, or have the opening of the convention start a bit earlier, because I got so many people like message me on social media after my panels were over saying, we really wanted to be there, but the line was ridiculous. So we had to miss it. And it's like that. It's happened 2 years in a row. So either they just don't want to come see my panel, or they're really having some problems getting into the convention early. So maybe if there's more time between the opening of the convention and when the panels start, it would be a bit better. Because I think it's only like 30 minutes between the doors opening and when panels start. And that was kind of, even from a panelist view, I was trying to rush to like get around folks, and like security would still stop us even though you've got like the badges and whatnot. And it's like, hey, I got to get to my panel. You're going to make me late. So if I was going through that, people that were just trying to come in just to enjoy their day were having a tough time. So that's it.
Yeah, I wanted to make it to your panel, but I was stuck in line.
Yeah,
so
I know it was a hassle. Like even for me, like they're like, well, we need to check your bag, and I'm like, there's nothing in there but like my audio equipment. And they're like, no, we still need to like some guys were like borderline strip searching people, and it's like, really, sir? I have to get like halfway across the convention to get to where I'm going. Can you either speed this up or just let me pass? Which is what they're supposed to do when you have like the little badges and whatnot. But half of the security folks didn't know that, so.
And do you think for LA they should open the convention a little bit later instead of like closing it at 6?
Well, I think maybe because they had there's some people who weren't going to the concerts both days. So like if they went on Sunday and they didn't go Saturday, they just kind of hung around outside because they shut everything down at 6 o'clock. And it's like, well, maybe for those who aren't going to the concert a certain night, they want to stay and enjoy what's going on in the convention center more.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So.
Mm-hmm.
And can I say this one thing? Because this kind of touched, this almost brought me to tears, but I'm not emotional like that, Slugga. When I was at the Toyota tent, there was, because of course the New York convention was free. There were some people there who were only going to the convention because, as I found out, that they couldn't afford to go to the concert. But luckily the convention was free, and they had a little mini dance battle, and they said, well, the winner, if you win, you might get a prize. And when the prize turned out to be free concert tickets, and everyone who competed at the dance battle could not afford to go to Kcon. And this brother and this sister started crying because they were so happy because they got to go to see the concert, because they really said, they told me they couldn't afford to go, but now they have tickets because they gave out tickets to everyone. That was a moment that I really enjoyed, and I hope they still do that next year. I really hope they still do that next year. But yeah, that's one thing that I think was a really good idea in terms of Kcon. Yeah.
I didn't know that happened. That's great.
Yeah.
Good for them.
That's honestly amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Getting to see your idols, like, even though you thought you won't. Yeah, I think that's really sweet of them.
Like, if I could, I would just give tickets away to people who can't afford it, because it's a really good experience, you know? Like, you need to go to a K-pop concert at least once in your life.
I can't afford platinum
I
tickets,
agree.
Amber. Send them my way. Send them my way.
Well, I don't have any. All right, so this is the end of episode 37, but we're not done just yet. If you guys go in its description box below, there's gonna be a link to the after show. So we have some things to talk about. So if you want to go ahead and look at that, click on the link, and we'll say bye for now. Say bye, guys.
Bye.
Goodbye.